Wes Watson, the toughest alpha out there on YouTube. You thought Andrew Tate was tough? You've seen nothing. Try playing a game with Wes Watson on PlayStation and give him to disconnect the controller, and he'll beat you. Not in the game, but with the controller. I believe he's becoming much more self-aware, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Now, of course, a lot of people are gonna have their opinions of him. They're gonna say, oh, you know, he's a scammer, he's a bully. That's fine. I haven't seen enough to say that that's what he is, because I don't watch his content. But whenever I do watch his content, I tend to sit back a little bit and think to myself, like, is this really the same guy we're talking about? So first, we're gonna watch Wes Watson and his content, because when I watch his content, it throws me off. And then we're gonna talk about every other shenanigan, gadooshing he's ever done. So this is gonna be a pretty interesting video, hopefully. But let's go ahead and start off with his content. So when I was watching his content, it kind of threw me off. And the reason why is because he was coming off very understanding, surprisingly. You know, for a guy who's like very loud, boisterous, who likes to insult people, he was kind of empathetic in a way.
There's plenty of people who like to be drill sergeanted. They like to have someone who says, nah, fuck that. We ain't gonna drink, bitch, because they don't want to drink anymore. There's plenty of people who need that. It may not be you. You may need a different type of coaching or service or product. But what you do need to realize is that people like me are making a certain type of motherfucking content. We're getting people to watch it, and we're selling our product or service to these individuals.
Now, when I heard him say that, I was like, he's pretty self-aware. All right. Now, this is not a shock to me, because I had made this prediction or even called this shot 7 months ago when I first made my first video on Wes Watson. This is me 7 months ago. So when I watch this, I think to myself, you know what? It kind of makes sense why people would buy a service like this, because when he speaks like this, when he speaks with that kind of energy, when he's so raw, there's some people out there that really like this stuff. So that part is no shock to me. The only thing that shocked me about that was that he finally said it. I've never heard him say this before. But what really sold it for me was when he said, to all my haters, I know you hate me, but I would still help you.
Everybody who hates on me, I still give a fuck about you. I would still help you. It really doesn't bother me. I mean, it's kind of flattering that I'm just always the topic of conversation, good or bad, like whatever the fuck. Everybody's always talking about me because I am a polarizing individual. I've done a lot of shit in my life, and I'm not normal.
When I heard him say this, I started looking around my room, because I started thinking to myself, no, there's hidden cameras in here. He wants my reaction, bro. This is a person who's pretty self-aware that they're a very polarizing figure, and he knows it. But the reason why I was looking for the hidden cameras is because 7 months ago, he did not say this. He was saying his tune with his haters was completely different.
When you come to my page and take your time, I'm running you. I own the real estate in your mind. It's sad, but I get it. All you guys are the skinny 10-inch arm having titty little fucks like that stupid fuck on stage.
And I want you to take a look at how he addresses his haters now. Keep in mind that the clip is 6 days old from the moment that I uploaded this video.
So why would you just not wake up and say, my arms are 10 inches and I do got Madonna titties? It's fucking ugly looking. Fuck, Wes, teach me how not to. You could get rid of them titties real quick, and you could grow some arms pretty fucking quick.
It's a complete improvement, if you ask me. This has been in the making for the past 7 months. And I believe that the reason why he did this, or at least he's improving personality-wise, is because of all the hate that he's been receiving throughout these months. Because as you guys know, he's been incredibly polarizing, and a ton of people are like Too Lazy to Try, other folks as well, John Bravo. All of these guys have been coming at him, you know, and I think that he's starting to feel the pressure, and he's starting to realize, you know what, man, I feel like I have to start improving my message, the way I carry myself, because the way he used to carry himself, there was no humility. And you know that actually you can see for yourself that this was the case. If you go back to that one video where he apparently was supposed to apologize in that video, if you go down in the comment section, you can see that there's fans of his that are talking about his humility. Like, Wes, what happened to you, man? You used to be this guy who carried himself with humility and stood your ground. this isn't the Wes Watson that I can subscribe to. And we know it's affecting him because Too Lazy to Try, he made a video talking about his finances and how he has to like cut back or something along the lines where, you know, it indicates that he's not having a lot of prospects anymore. And we know that this is also the case because he also talked about it briefly in the video that I'm kind of covering at the moment. He talked about how he had to cut back on spending.
I spend right now about $550,000. I cut down on some ad spend and stuff like that. About $550,000 a month on my lifestyle and my bills and my life and everything.
Now, is it because he's not having many prospects come to him anymore? Is that the reason why? I don't know. I really don't know. We can only speculate, but there are clues that indicate that this could potentially be the case, because if you take a look at his social blade isn't exactly radiating with tons of light. He's losing subscribers almost every single day. And as you guys know, no prospects means no money. And that's not exactly good for his lifestyle, because as you guys know, apparently he spends like a huge amount of money on the place he rents.
Wow, welcome to the crib.
That is what 24 million gets you in Miami. Everybody online is gonna say, hey Wes, but you rent the place. That's how you do it in my eyes. I don't think it's smart to buy a $24 million house. I think it's smart to buy 24 million in real estate.
Right now we're inside the crib. Let's go show you around. This is what 25 million gets you in Miami.
You see what I mean? 24 million. That's a tremendous amount of money. And that's not even the only expenses he has. Like if you take a look at some of the other stuff he has, specs to his car, Rolls Royce, Phantom, a watch that's 34, a $250,000 watch, a $310,000 watch, not to mention his Louis Vuitton collection.
Check out these crazy pieces. Like there's Louis Vuitton everywhere, guys. We got the Gucci outfits, we got more Gucci, Louis Vuitton, go yard, like Louis Vuitton, oh my god. It's a lot of Louis Vuitton in here.
Yeah, we probably about 150,000 in bags.
And here's the thing, none of that is bad, man. If you're that rich and you want to have all of that stuff, by all means go for it, man. We live in this country where you can do that. By all means go for it. I just think that the biggest problem is just having humility, knowing that when you have all of this stuff, it doesn't mean that you're better than everybody, especially when your business depends on people. When you start to think that you're much better than other people, why do you have a business that helps people if you're talking to them in a way that brings them down? And ironically, you want to know what the craziest part about this is? Even Wes Watson knows that he's not better than everybody.
I'm way higher than everybody and it's only because of my habits. I'm not special. I'm not gifted genetically. I'm not fucking educated all crazy. I literally just spent the fucking time to understand these things very deeply. The few things I know, we can't debate that I know them very well. I've broken down energy, frequency, and vibration better than most people. I've done so many things at a high level that you can't fathom why some asshole would speak this way. I have to. I wouldn't be genuine with myself.
So he's aware of it. And here's the thing. You could still be genuine. I think that you just have to be careful with the words you use. You know, sometimes you can come off as demeaning. I think one of the most important skills that someone can develop is communication. If you can master communication, then you know how to properly articulate a certain thought that can move people. That's why in this video, I barely made any jokes, because I know that if I come off as jokey, like most people are not going to take it serious. So I kind of wanted to just go ahead and just kind of bring this up to you guys, because I thought it was very interesting, this entire situation. Don't worry, I'm not going to stop making jokes or whatever. Like next video, I'm probably most likely going to have like a much more like jumpy personality. It's just this one I kind of wanted to take a little more serious, because I really wanted you guys to leave with a message. And the message is, you know, master communication. It's very important. Because if someone like Wes Watson doesn't master communication, he's going to continue down this path of self-destruction. And another thing that I highly encourage people to attempt to work on is to attempt to become much more self-aware. Because Wes Watson, it seems from these videos that he's starting to get the idea, because he knows that he's starting to tread a little more carefully with his words, which is good. That's great improvement, and I can see that he's improving with that. So I don't know, man. I just kind of want to just go ahead and give my thoughts on that. That's really all I have for you guys, and yeah, man, I'll see you guys next video.